After several discussions with the federal government of Nigeria yesterday, the Nigerian Labour Congress still insists on going ahead with today's planned protest against petrol subsidy removal. However, Acting Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun warned against violence. The Nigerian Police Force reiterates its commitment to ensuring the safety and security of all citizens during this period of planned protests, as all necessary measures to facilitate the peaceful conduct of these demonstrations have been in place. Police spokesman Olumuyiwa Adejobi quoted Egbetokun as saying, "However, it is hereby reaffirmed that any attempt by miscreants to exploit the situation for violent purposes such as vandalism, gangsterism, or extortion will be met with a firm, professional, and lawful response. The police will not accept any conduct that endangers our country's peace and well-being." In light of the potential challenges posed by the planned protests, the Nigerian police force is fully prepared to deploy all available resources to maintain order and protect the lives and property of citizens. The IGP therefore calls on all police officers to be vigilant, professional, and uphold the highest standards of conduct during this period. The Nigerian Labour Congress President Joe Ajaero said it is the duty of the police to give protection to protesters and not to threaten them. He said Labour had nothing to do with violence and that no miscreant would hijack the mass action.
Political independence. They fought as partners. They fought as Nigerians. They didn't fight as we and them. Never. We are patriotic, we are united, and we have offered ourselves to offer the best of advice and for us to relate to know how Nigeria will move forward. Nigerians have been brave. Poverty is so much in the land, everywhere. We are doing this rally to protect the government, because if we don't do this rally to protect the government and people resort to self-help, it will not be the best interest of Nigeria. As part of our patriotic commitment, we are doing this rally to maintain a united, indivisible Nigeria. This protest is done everywhere in Nigeria today to show the unity of our sufferings, to show that every worker in the country is suffering, to show that Nigeria is one. That is how this protest is being done. So for some time now you'll be hearing this governor say I will give this, this governor will say I will do this. What the governors are saying is not a product of collective bargaining. It's not a product of collective engagement. It is an attempt to break our wings. Now you discover that even with the little fallout from the subsidy is being shared for the people up there. Part of the committees we formed was a committee on cost of governance. As we talk now, they have not agreed for the committee to sit. How can you run a nation like this with bogus cost of governance for the leaders? And that is why, no matter what you say...
In compliance with Egbetokun's directive, Lagos, Kwara, and Bauchi State Police Commands met with the Labour leaders to ensure rancor-free protest. The police command emphasized the need for synergy with the union leaders and warned that any attempt by miscreants to exploit the situation will be met with firm resistance. Some of the demands of the organized labor are immediate implementation of the resolutions jointly signed by the government and the Trade Union Congress, and immediate reversal of all anti-poor policies, including the new pump prices of petrol and the value-added tax. Others are the rehabilitation of the nation's refineries and the release of the 8 months without salaries of university teachers and workers.
On the fact that today, one of the greatest woes that we are facing in our country after the subsidy removal and the increment in the price of PMS is the flotation of Naira. There is no country in the world that allows its currency to be floated 100%. The reason is because you have greedy people all over the world who will ensure that your currency for you to buy a loaf of bread, you need to use wheelbarrow in carrying money, just as what happened in Venezuela and what happened in Zimbabwe. So we clearly told them that the greatest problem that we are facing today, or rather one of the problems that we are facing today, is the flotation of Naira. That if you leave it to market forces, the Naira may have hit 1,000 Naira to $1. And we know that today we import literally everything. All the cameras that are here are all imported. Most of the things that we consume in Nigeria, they are imported. Even the food that we eat, the fertilizer that we use in producing those food, large portions of them are imported. So at the end of the day, they are dependent on the foreign exchange rate. If you allow the foreign exchange to keep sliding, we are going to be in a deeper problem. Today, China, they manage their currency. Japan, they manage their currency. Even United States of America, the greatest of it all, they manage their currency. So we told them that you cannot allow this to happen, because at the end of the day, Nigerians will bear the brunt. So in conclusion, in solidarity we are. Nigerian masses, they deserve the best. Nigerian masses deserve excellent governance. Nigerian masses deserve all the good things in life. So we will continuously protect the interests of Nigerian masses. Thank you so much, and solidarity.
After the meeting with the federal government team led by President Bola Tinubu's chief of staff, Femi Gbajamiela, the NLC dismissed reports that it had shelved the protest. It called on its state chapters to commence the demonstration today. The NLC asked Nigerians and its affiliates in the Federal Capital Territory to converge on the Unity Fountain, Abuja, from 7:30 a.m. For the action in Lagos, protesters will gather at the Ikeja Under Bridge near Computer Village at 6:30 a.m. From there, they will move to the National Assembly. Protesting members of the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) invaded the state secretariat in Oyo State yesterday on the second day of their protest, assaulting government officials who refused to join the state's ongoing protest. Civil officials were beaten up by demonstrators who disrupted activities in government buildings for many hours and locked some of them in their offices. The NLC's continuous protest began on Monday in response to its request for the payment of leave bonuses, the payment of gratuities to retirees who have been on hold since 2021, and the release of promotion letters for 2021 and 2022. For the second time, angry Labour members blocked the entrance to the state government office in protest of Governor Seyi Makinde's refusal to meet and discuss with them. Their requests include payment of deductions and allowances, amongst other things, since the governor's appointment in 2019.
Let him bring the fresh blood. And once they bring the fresh blood, before they will study grant, this will be moving. Because they are there, they know how to manipulate. They know how to manipulate. Abakari is a fraud. The new CBA governor is a collaborator with Ebefele, the acting CBA governor. They should appoint new substantive CBA governor and remove Abakari from NFPC managing director and fix the refinery. The dollar will crash.
Some protesters stormed the state secretariat gate, while some male union members were assigned to sack offices within the secretariat, forcing government officials to join the demonstration. Protesters carrying sticks chanted songs and obstructed official operations, affecting vehicle traffic. Meanwhile, a coalition of civil society organizations, CSOs, in partnership with the Labour Center, asked the NLC yesterday to keep the protests peaceful. Following a town hall meeting in Lagos, the organization stated that the protest must not devolve into the damage of private and public property, and that they do not want a recurrence of the looting, vandalism, and loss of life that occurred during the NSAS rallies in 2020. In a communique signed by 21 civil society organizations, they emphasized that eliminating gasoline subsidies was critical to preventing the economy from collapsing. Reports have been made concerning an aircraft crash in Lagos Ikeja neighborhood yesterday, the 1st of August 2023. The Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau (NSIB) has launched an inquiry into the Tuesday aircraft crash. Tunji Oketunbi, a media officer of the NSIB, characterized the aircraft in a statement as a Jabiru J430, a light single airplane with nationality and registration marks 5NCCQ, operated by Air First Hospitality and Tours, which occurred around a little after 3 p.m. local time on August 1st, 2023. According to Mr. Oketunbi, the aircraft was on a test flight within Lagos with 2 passengers on board when it crashed near Oba Akaran in Lagos, killing no one. The 2 passengers on board were transported to the hospital, he explained. The aircraft has now been safely removed from the road, which is now open for vehicular movement, said the agency's permanent secretary Olufemi Oke Osayin Tolu in an update on the event. The NSIB hereby solicits information from the general public in the form of pictures, videos, or recording evidence to aid in the conduct of the investigation.